completions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And this is caught at the 8. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And now it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Josh Allen on the tackle.
And take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Kick is good.
And his kick is good.
Ravens 14, Jaguars 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 40.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 14. Here's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Chris Conley.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try the ground game with Jackson, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 17. Ravens 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Baltimore Ravens.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 16, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Ravens 21. Jack
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Minshew. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well,
my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team.
Logan.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 25th touchdown, tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Jackson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
61, matchbox lights. Leo.
From the 36, Minshew. He'll let this one go deep for Chark. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Minshew sets to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A Jaguar first down as Minshew finds Westbrook. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on. Check 13. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run with Jackson. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run again with Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Justin Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Makes the score.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Ingram again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And gets by him, and now a little... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The ball carried by...
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 17.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As the Ravens push further out in front, and he'll bang that one through.
Fastest scored, Ravens 49.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
24.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Ravens 56. Jaguars.
And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle. That evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
On the keeper.
Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
Loss of 7.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jones on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
13-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ravens